Dear Earthmates, we are visiting Dr. Lavanya Kanaparthi in India. And she's also a poet and a very promising, hardworking, inspiring youngster. Dear Lavanya, thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
Uh, I have already said almost everything I know about you. So would you like to
Okay.
carry on from here? I mean, where were you born? Do you live in the same city, for example?
I'm born in South India, in a place called Vishakhapatnam. I'm to start with, before a doctor or a poet, I'm an artist since childhood. I paint pictures and all. So that was my childhood, and I always wanted to become a doctor. Uh, that is my passion. So finally, the creator had blessed me with that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Um, and how about your family, friends, your inner circle, your close circle? Did they encourage you uh, regarding your choices? Or
Uh,
did some
yeah, they
people try to block or whatever? It's
no, they never blocked me. Uh, they were like very encouraging to accept whatever I wish to be, or there were no inhibitions like because I was a girl or anything like that. I'm just brought up like a tomboy at home also. So there were no differentiation as such.
great.
And moreover, my parents are like they treat the people outside also like their family. So it doesn't make much difference whether the outside is a family or it's not, like just because of blood it is my family. We all are treated as a family, that's how we are brought up.
Wonderful. Um, in my book called Oluşmak in Turkish, which means to become,
Okay.
some years ago, I selected some ideas of Narayana, the 14th century Indian wise person, and his philosophy is wonderful. I think it's still relevant today for, I think, us Earthmates. Uh, yes, India is a very exciting society, very dynamic, and uh, what are some of your thoughts about the present situation of India, of the world? Some of the things that you like, some of the things that worry you.
uh, I somehow feel that politics and religions are going hand in hand. uh, if something bad is happening in a religion, there is some political party to support that, and vice versa. So things are going on like that, and people are in a mess, and they don't. And I think it is in a chaos state where they have no idea like what to believe and what not to believe. It's in a messy situation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, and how about the future? What are some of your wishes about the future?
Um my wishes is we all have to live in unity and love. And I think after oxygen, there's something which gives life to a human is love, 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 love. That's it.
I agree. I agree with you.
We all need, that touch of compassion,
Mhm.
a kind heart which cares for you. That's it. We all need. We don't need some riches, which is not at all needed, I feel. And one more thing I would like to add is there's a great difference between need and want. Need is something, you need a shelter, you need a little bit of food to survive. Want is something, desire that is endless. The list goes on and on and on. So, and one more thing, what I find is because being a young lady, I see most of my friends, they accumulate things, which is not necessary. They just try to pile up things. Instead of that, people who don't have it, if you're able to give it to them, it creates a kind of balance. So that is one more thing I would like to share on this platform. If you have anything in excess, just give it off. It has no, when you think it is of no use, you just try to store, and it's waste of what do you say? Uh, just throwing there, piling up, and yeah, it's of no use.
How true. Um, what uh, studying medicine or as a young doctor, uh, is there a specific field you focus on or you prefer to focus on, or what do you think about your contribution in uh, your life as a doctor, medical doctor?
First of all, being a medical student, I want to be happy and healthy, and also to see the people around me happy and healthy. That is uh, one of the most important point. Uh, just as a human being itself, it's not as a doctor, but we all need to be happy and healthy and see the one around us also happy and healthy. So that is the first thing. And I'm interested to do oncology, or become a neurologist. I like to do some kind of research in oncology. I'm interested, cancers and all that. I feel it's more interesting.
Yes.
And neurology is another branch which I like very much. I find there's some kind of beauty, the neurons connecting, and it's like, so many wires put together, and each wire inside your brain has a special what you say, what function, and just that small wire, if it is disturbed,
Magic
the
touch.
patient can land up. Yeah. Yes, you land up paralyzed or whatever. That's so beautiful to learn about those connections.
Yes,
Yeah.
neuroscience is fast developing uh, field. It's so exciting, and uh, I think health studies are vital, and in schools, eh, starting from elementary, even pre-elementary schooling, health issues should become a central part of the curriculum. And
Yeah.
it's a pity that when I studied biology, we did not form a connection between biology and health. I think a better path to biology, starting with the concept of health. And
Yeah.
actually, I would like to call myself a healthist because I've been trying to find a neutral word, uh, uh, politically neutral word in a way that can be appealing to everyone. on the planet. And what can that word be? Healthist. Now, who can argue against that? And health, of course, as you mentioned, not only physical, but also spiritual, mental health. So if we take that to the core, to the very beginning, then all the subjects that seem to be unrelated nicely combines with a holistic approach. And so on one hand, it is, I think, necessary to have various subjects, physics, geography, whatever. But on the other hand, philosophy and health issues, for example, philosophy of health, maybe that's the key concept. It should be, maybe. Then automatically it gives us, it embraces all those, and then it helps the learner who to actively combine. Otherwise, many people memorize this, learn this or that and that, but how about their lives? How about our lives? You know, they can compartmentalize, they categorize and compartmentalize without the necessary and enriching connections. That's why, for me, life itself is sacred, and this earth is sacred. And to me, I've been trying to live without dividing life into two categories, divine and earthly. I do not have such a division. I think nature for me is divine enough, and it's creative. I find it very exciting. And so I love and respect nature, and I'm a student of nature. And I recently decided that humans are actually supernatural. We made ourselves supernatural because there is no technology or neuroscience. These are derivatives in a way, but we can enjoy ourselves in a way that you know, I am in favor of gamifying things a little bit. What other areas interest you? And we are together, of course, on the in our network, the Earth Civilization or Civilization Network. I'm thrilled with your existence. Young energy, we need, the humanity needs youngsters more than ever. What other fields interest you? For example, I don't know.
Anything creative. Uh, just little things, Suppose if there's a birthday of my friend or somebody, I like to do something with effort. I mean to say, with my own hands and all. That gives me a lot of happiness rather than, invest some money, just go to a shop, buy and say, here, happy birthday. I don't like that. Uh, it is small little things, that creates a strong impact on the other person. Those little things, it that happiness is created in others and they feel it. So I love doing anything creative and like to give it to others. Yeah.
Wonderful. Uh, are you interested in sports?
Sports, no, I stopped in between. In childhood I used to play basketball, and in between I stopped. Yeah. But
How
I love watching basketball in my medical college. There used to be a huge competition between the two parties. When I was a medical student, I just loved to watch that. Yeah.
watching chess has become one of my
Che-
favorite hobbies because
Yes.
especially thanks to rapid games. Online Chess 24 is a wonderful place. And of course, the great
Yeah.
chess master Anand is one of the people I respect very much. And there are some wonderful children and youngsters in India in chess. Uh, and your great mathematician Roy, for example, 100 years ago. Very exciting, of course, and very stimulating. Um, uh, how about as a young lady? How about the situation of other young ladies in India? Not easy in some parts, I guess. It's not easy in Turkey either, in some parts. What would you like to say about that?
Uh, we don't know, like, as you already mentioned, in different parts, mm, the young girls or even a woman or even an old lady, they are going different struggles, undergoing different struggles. Mm, especially in the north side of India, I have come across some people who are literally molested, and even they got raped, and they spoke to me directly on phone, and they it really just moved me because I'm also a girl and I could feel their pain. One thing uh, I would say is, whenever you know that you have to go to some place, better you take someone along with you. You can take your friend, or there are some things which you can do little, which are under your control. Like, you can ask someone to come along with you to stop all such activities. That is the least we can do from our side. Yeah.
And are more girls becoming interested in, I want to say politics, but I want to use it in a large sense, not only political parties, but
Mm.
social responsibility in terms of that, let's say. Um, uh, I hope more female youngsters are uh, becoming active. Yes, that's the thing. Uh, what is your observation? Do you find most of the youngsters pessimistic or uh, optimistic, or I don't know what to say. How would you uh, how would you express what your observation is so far?
uh, of course, most of us like to be optimistic, and or create a sense of optimism, even when things around you are not going so well. But the point is, when something, you really can't shut off yourself and say, oh, everything is good, 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 everything is fine. No, there are things which are happening around you. The negativity is more compared to the positivity in the situation we are in right now. Um it's our responsibility, to know what is going on, and you have to accept that we need to bring a change. You just can't say, no, I don't, what you say, I don't want to indulge in such activities. Come on, I have to study, I have to move on. It's not my thing. I don't like to watch anything, just I want to stay happy, be positive, and just move on. No, it is affecting so many people around you, and you just can't move on. That is not the answer. Being a young citizen, that is not what we all are expecting, or uh, as we all say that future lies in our hands, you should at least be responsible for some things which are happening.
True. And actually, um, during the past few years, I've decided neither optimism nor pessimism, or my definition of optimism is uh, it's not things will be automatically better, but things can be better if we do something about it. An
Yeah.
active optimism. Maybe there is such an expression, but I've just thought of the expression active optimism. Let's look it up later on Google if it's used.
Yes. Yep.
Uh, uh, so, how many years does it take to become a doctor, a medical doctor?
It takes almost 9 to 10 years.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And how
completely.
many how many years have passed for you so far?
So far, 8 to 8.5 years have passed. Yeah.
So you're very close.
What happened after my internship, like where I finished my 5.5 years course, I wanted to move to Germany. I wanted to study in a European country. So in between, I have what you say? I have been to an international institute where I have learned German for 1 year.
Good.
Then things have changed. Then the pandemic had started, so I have to stay in India only. Right now, the situation we are living in, it's better we stay in our own country because we are heading towards a war and all, We don't know what's going to happen. So it's okay to still stay in your country and do whatever little you can do.
Yes, and it's great that you learned German, which is a very
Yes.
rich language in literature and philosophy. Um, and what are some of your worries? Do you, what about the world, or it just came to my mind.
Mm,
What worries you?
yeah.
Some of the things that you can share.
What worries me? What worries me is we need to wake up, It's not like everything is fine. We have to just observe the things which are happening. We just can't blindly say yes, yes to everything, whatever is going on the news, and say, wow, everything is fine. Nothing is fine. We are leading, I mean, we are heading towards different things, in the world. Let's leave about city or anything. We all together, the so-called, what do you say? How 750 crore population, we are all what finally going to the same thing. It's not one or two people here. Yeah,
True, true.
that really worries me. Right in front of our eyes, they are dividing the people, creating a chaotic situation, and they're trying to divide the whole population, saying one is a good party, other one is the evil party, which is not true. Uh, People have to wake up, and they have to realize that all the big leaders, they are fine, but it is who we are fighting, and we are messing up the situation.
See,
We have to use our common sense. Yeah.
by the way, um, usually boys do not say, "Oh, I want to be a father," but girls do say, I want to become a mother. That's what I observe, and then boys, young men, they, of course, love their children very much, but usually the desire comes from the aspiring mother. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is my observation. Um, do you have that in mind? Are you already a mother, or do you intend to become a mother, or no?
No, you need not become a mother if you're just compassionate. That's enough. Yeah,
Yes, I agree
I
with.
think that's a inborn quality of a girl. I feel. Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. And we're under such circumstances that I think fewer and fewer people will want to give birth. And there are already lots of children with homeless children. Why not help them? And I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree. Um, and hoping to go on some other time, what would you like to recommend or suggest to youngsters in the world or to all people in the world? Let's imagine, let's assume that 8 billion people will listen to you. So what would you like to say?
I would like to say that we all need to grow in that pure consciousness, and we are really heading towards a dangerous situation. But still, we need to be never forget to be compassionate to the other person. Whatever talents we are, whatever identities we might have, you know, in this little life, we have to use that identity to help the people around. Otherwise, your talents, your degrees, all are just waste. It should be beneficial to others. There's no point of thinking my study, my everything. Just leave all those concepts. The world really, really needs a helping hand right now, and we need to try to lift up others. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lavanya Kanaparthi. And
Thank you.
this old man is happy that you are becoming a doctor, and I will consult you when I need to. I will
Yes.
put
Thank
my
you.
capable hands.
Anytime. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're
Yes.
together, as I enjoy saying. We're together.
Yeah.
Dear
Yeah.
Earthmates, yes, uh, positive energy and contribution, love, affection, self-critical approach, uh, instead of accusing everybody else, a little bit self-critical approach with open criticism and progress. Yes, these are nice words and easier said than done. We're together. Uh, so
Synergism. Yeah.
synergism. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's it. Synergism. Take
Yeah.
care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.